Hi y'all, this is Genevieve with Belladonna and Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I am doing really well, and I'm excited to be talking to you about one of my favorite things. You're like, what is that? It's called dragon's blood. First of all, I love dragons. Second of all, dragon's blood smells really good. So I knew I was using dragon's blood in my protection spell. So I decided to look it up because that's what I do. I knew dragon's blood made the efficacy of my spells stronger. Efficacy is a fancy word saying that my spells are intensified with the use of dragon's blood. But it's a cool word that makes me sound really smart. So even before I knew I was a witch, which I own dragon's blood, because it made my manifestation stronger. Duh! Why didn't I acknowledge being a witch? I guess it's because I live in the Bible Belt, and Christians talk about manifestations. No Christian, or the very rare Christian, there's a few, but we won't go there tonight, claim to be a Wiccan or a witch. So what is dragon's blood? Let me show you a couple of different types of dragon's blood. First, this is a dragon's blood powder. I have my little trusty spoon here. And this is what it looks like. That's the powder. Now, let's look at the dragon's blood incense, or resin. Resin incense, rather. Let me put this lid back on. La, 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 la. Okay. I put it on a little tighter than I planned. Since I'm the only one that lives here, it's my fault. This is what dragon's blood resin looks like. It almost looks like red obsidian, doesn't it? Or amber, because amber is also a resin, in case you didn't know that. These are not the best jars I've ever bought, but they're about the right size, so whatever. I don't know that I'll buy them again, but, you know, I got them now, so whatever. And this is dragon's blood oil. And it smells kind of like spices and a little bit of vanilla. It smells really good, so let's put some on while I'm at it. So what is dragon's blood? It's a resin from several dragon trees, such as croton, percopris, daemonoropus, and draconia. Big ass words. It is mostly from the genuses Draconia and daemonoropus. Big words. Which are actually beautiful and cool looking trees. You know, like when you are seeing the beautiful trees in the middle of the African safari, those pretty trees. That's what it looks like. The resin comes from the dark red berries that give it its name. It's been used for dye, incense, religious purposes, paint, etc. So now I wanted to look up what is a resin. A resin is a thick, viscous substance. It's really thick that a plant secretes to heal its wounds, or secretes to protect itself from other things. So it's in some cases, not all, there's some variations, it can almost be like blood that's clotting. Yuck. It protects the plants from being attacked by insects and other species. Medicinally, dragon's blood has been associated with healing bed sores and skin ulcers. The research was limited, but I think it should continue because this is a natural ingredient. Several studies have shown that dragon's blood has antimicrobial properties, which means it's like an antiseptic, especially from the draconian cinnabar tree. Sounds like cinnamon, right? This is a plant that grows in Yemen and can grow in the U.S. if you live in plant hardiness zones of 10 to 12, which is predominantly the southern extremes of the country or Hawaii. Basically, I'm not going to get to grow any in Oklahoma anytime soon. However, if global warming keeps going, maybe. it's on the list of endangered species. So if you live in one of those areas, get some seeds and plant them. So maybe we can get them to grow. Another use is for diarrhea and for stomach upsets. It's also been shown to be safe, 100% safe to be taken internally. They have done tests and it's never been shown to hurt a person. Spiritually, dragon's blood is associated with voodoo and witchcraft. Duh, once again. Dragon's blood is also associated with good luck and money and in romance. You know, romance. Dragon's blood, women use it when they want to get a proposal of marriage. It is said that dragon's blood will increase any other object. So one of the things I've done with dragon's blood is put it on the outside of my candles, like when I'm doing a money spell or something like that. So if a person is burning a prosperity spell, you can take it up a notch just by putting it on the candle. A person can also rub it on their wrist, just like I put it on my neck. I happen to love the smell. I really and truly do. And I wear it at times. It's not the first time I've worn it. If a person wants love, they can put it on a rose quartz. If they're wanting to draw money, they can add it to citrine or ametrine, among other things, of course. If you're wanting protection, you can put it on black tourmaline or aegerine. We'll talk about that another day. This would be more of the Celtic traditions. It can also be mixed with sage and put over the doors and windows to protect the home. You know how back in the day right before the Exodus out of Israel, in Egypt or out of Egypt, they painted blood over the doors? It really could have been dragon's blood. We don't know if it was literal blood. Well, it probably was lamb's blood because, you know, that's what they did back then. But it's the same concept. You can use it for protection. So what do you do if when you want to add dragon's blood to your manifesting or your spells? Well, first, you can add it to your incenses or your candles to increase the magic or power of the one you're doing. You can actually use it to write upon parchment or on a bay leaf and write what it is you're trying to manifest. So if you're wanting to manifest money, you can write it on the parchment, you can write it on the bay leaf. You can wear it if you're doing astral projection or travel. I really need too much sleep tonight to be thinking about that, but I am wearing it. You can wear it at a seance if you're working with entities that you're not really trusting. But that's really not a good idea, okay? Don't do that one. And you can sprinkle it in your house with or without salt, or you can sage your house. You can use it with sage for protection. Dragon's blood itself can be burnt during spells, like on charcoal, like I've shown you on the past, to increase courage and protect those going forth to meet danger. In other words, it's almost like slaying the dragon with the dragon's blood. And dragon's blood is associated with the element of fire. So we're working towards our protection spell that's going to be in a week or two. If you want to do a private reading or some spell casting, 405-512-9400. And I'll see you soon. Bye.